There we go. We're going to record. We are recording. Well, hello, everybody. Janet Legere here, and along with my partner, Dawn, we're pretty excited to have you all on our call today. And if you're watching the replay, yay. If you're watching us on Facebook, hey, make sure you comment. I'm not really watching. I'm not sure how to watch. I always get confused with that. So you have to excuse me. I'm not even sure if we're live on Facebook. I did push the button. So, hey, Dale, great to have you with us. All right. Well, today I've got a really great call in store for you. We're going to go mostly into desktop sharing, and I'm going to be talking all about our CLB Learning blogging system. And for those of you who have access to the blog, you know how cool that is. And it's really an important feature and something that I think we need to touch more on, because I think as people really need to understand how to use it to really help take their business off. So, hey, Dale, great to have you with us. And thank you for muting yourself. That's awesome. You guys are awesome. All right. I'm assuming we're live on Facebook. I don't know. My system isn't saying we are, but that doesn't mean anything. And if we're not, that's okay. We are recording here, so I can get the replay up. We're going to go right into desktop sharing, into screen sharing. And I'm going to head over here. We're going to be talking about the CLB blogging platform today. And as you may or may not know, the CLB blogging platform is available only to our upgraded members. So if you are a free member, well, let me just show you something. I'm going to log in here to CLB Learning as a free member. And the first thing you're going to see when you log in, and don't let this distract you, you still have access to everything back here as a free member. But the first thing you're going to see is a request to upgrade. Okay, so you still have access to everything as a free member, but every time you log in, we're going to remind you that you really want to consider the upgrade. And I just want to remind you that you really want to consider the upgrade, because the price is going to be going up very, very soon. So let's just scroll down here. It lets you know all of the benefits that you get with as a lifetime member. You get first of all, you get 50% commissions when you sponsor someone else into CLB as an upgraded member. And that's going to be quite lucrative come the future here. You get access to our CLB blogging platform. So that's the only way to get your own blog on our blogging platform. You get consultation with me. You get upgrades in our 4 viral mailers. That in itself is worth its weight in gold, because let me tell you that I see signups from the mailers all the time. All the time. And those that are on the rotator can tell you they'll see them too. So that's what you get as a lifetime member. And there's the price, $97 one time. It's a one-time fee. You never have to pay again. And you get access to a lifetime of information. So you'll see what you have access to here. Now what we're going to do, I'm just going to log out of here. And I'm going to log in myself as an upgraded member, and you'll see it looks a little bit different. Down there on the left side, we're going to go here to the upgraded membership bonuses, as that's where you get access to your blog. Now, something else you might want to know about your CLB Learning back office is the information. You've got your CLB affiliate ID information right here, and all this information. These are the steps to help you get started growing your list and growing your business and making this work. Okay, that's really what CLB Learning is about, is helping you learn how to make this work. So here's all the information, your affiliate information. Make sure, if you have not yet joined our Telegram group, please do that. It's accessible to you 24/7. If you have questions or need help, there's always someone around to help you. We have our Facebook group, which again is just a group for CLB Learning. Now, the group on Facebook is open to non-CLB members. So we're encouraging people to come in and get involved and see what we're all about and find their sponsor and join. So hopefully they'll do that. We also have our Facebook page. To get to our Facebook page, you just click on this contact list builder. It'll take you to our page, and you can like our page and follow us there. You can click to here to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you do that. That's where all our replays are listed. You'll have lots of great training accessible to you on our YouTube channel. Down here is our 3-step quick start guide, which is still a work in progress. We are working at getting that upgraded as soon as possible. But it is workable at the moment. And again, if you are an upgraded member, that report has your links inside it. So you can actually give that report away to your leads. And as they read the report and click through on the links, they're going to be attached to everything that you're doing. How cool is that? And there we go, right down here, the contact list builder blogs. That's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's go back up here. If you are a lifetime upgraded member in CLB Learning, and you'll know if you have access to this link right here, that's where you want to go. So we're going to click on the upgraded membership bonuses, and right there, the CLB Blogging Platform. So if you click here, all right, I'm going to click on this link and it's going to open the blog, and this is the default blog. So this is what I create all of our blogs from. There we go. All right, so this is the basic blog that I use. When you receive your blog, it's going to look exactly like this, with one exception. At the top of the page there, where it says list building with CLB Learning, it's going to say list building with your name on it. All right. And then when we go down here where it says get started with CLB, that is going to direct people to your CLB Learning affiliate link. This is a page that says who we are and what we do. And it's a page that talks a bit about Dawn and I, where we came from, how we got to be a part of CLB Learning. And it directs people to sign up for CLB Learning and your affiliate link. Now, if we scroll down the page, this page is your blog. So these are your blog posts. All right. The pages are going to show up here. Your posts are going to show up on this main page. So this is the very first post that's already there for you. So this blog is ready to go. You'll see it shows your recent posts on the side here, recent comments, good old legal stuff. Welcome to my contact list builder marketing blog. Now here's where it's fun. Down here, it says, my name is Dawn Legere. Your blog is going to have your name. So I know Patricia's on the call today and she's a lifetime member. Her blog says, welcome, my name is Patricia Wright. And then down at the bottom of the page, it says, do yourself a favor and check out CLB today. Click here to start with CLB, goes right to Patricia's page. So isn't that cool? And that's all set up for you, ready to go. And you have full access to this blog. There are some limitations because it is a network blog, meaning it's all on one system. All the members are part of our contact list builder blogging platform. So that we, as a networked blog, we have access to things that we can add and not add. And we'll talk more about that as we go into the back office of the blog. So that's what the default blog looks like. That's what your blog is going to look like. There are ways for you to edit and change that blog, and we'll go through that in a moment. So you look down here, the page below is password protected. There's the password. CLB Learning, you click here to register. It's going to open a new page with a form. So you're going to put the password in here. Click enter, and here we go. All right. And you're going to come down here and you're going to fill out the form. I just need your full name, your email, your username. And now what that is, the username is, and it says up here, it shows you the username right here. It's going to be your blog. All right. So whatever you want at the end of your blog name, that's what you put there. You could have it as your name. That's what I have with mine. Actually, I have a couple blogs, but the one is Coach Janet. Patricia's, I can't remember if hers is Patricia Wright. I believe it might be. Everyone has something different. Some use a username and some use their name. That's certainly up to you, but that's what we're going to use that for. And then we need your CLB ID number. So that's all I need to get your blog set up and working for you. Pretty cool, isn't it? All right. So we can close that. We're back here. I'm not going to need this anymore. What I am going to need is the dashboard of my blog. Now, how do you get to the dashboard of your blog? Well, number one, this is the main blog. Here is my blog, okay? List building with Janet Legere. I am logged into my back office. To do that, you go to your blog, which is going to be contactlistbuilder.com/your username /WP-admin. And that's going to take you to the page to log in. I am already logged in. So it's just going to ask you for your username and password. And then it's going to log you into your dashboard which is going to look similar to this, but a little bit different. And the reason it's going to look a little bit different is because I'm the administrator of the network blogging system. And so I'm logged into all the blogs. And so I have access to everything. So it looks a little bit different. However, you have access to all the things that are on the left-hand side here, and we're going to go through these one at a time. All right, so I want to go back, I want to go back to my blog here. All right, because what I want to show you, because on my blog, I have added a few things and I want to show you how to do those. Okay, so that you can see that you have access. So you'll see here, compared to the default blog that said who we are, what we do, and get started with CLB, I have 2 more pages, resources and appointments. I'll show you how to set those up. So if we click on resources, it takes a visitor to a page that has just a couple links at the moment because I haven't really added everything else. Leads Leap, which is, of course, a phenomenal resource for everything. And then Udemy Solo Ads for traffic. So those are the only 2 resources I had there. You can put other resources. You could have a link up here, a page for opportunities. Maybe you have other opportunities that you're involved in. You could list them all there. I have a list to appointments. So I have a Calendly calendar. So if you come down here, you'll see you can go down here and you can book an appointment with me. And we can have a meeting and a consultation. So those are things that I've added to my blog. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I just wanted to show you that. Oh, and one other thing, I'm just going to go home here. And down on the right-hand side, there's something else that I've added to my blog. And those of you who have your own blog and were challenged with adding a form, I was really happy to see that the Leads Leap capture page was really easy to add to my blog. And so here you'll see I can get their email and their name, and that will take them right to my Leads Leap page. I've added a graphic here. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. So you could add a banner to whatever program you want. I do recommend you keep it to a little square banner or a lengthwise banner. Otherwise, it doesn't really fit well on your sidebar. Okay, so we'll show you how to do that. It's pretty easy. That's just using your widgets. So we're going to show you all about widgets in a moment. The standard widget that's on there is a search bar. You'll see I've added a calendar to my sidebar. Recent posts and comments are your standard widgets. They're already there. Legal stuff was already there, but this is something that's really cool. When we scroll down here, look at this, sponsored links. So what this is, if you're a pro member of Leads Leap, you have access to the pay-per-click widget. And so this is a widget right from Leads Leap. We just put the code on our website and boom, it's advertising the Leads Leap sponsored links, and you're going to earn pay-per-click revenue if anyone is going and reading your blog and happens to click on those links. And if you're wondering if it's working, I was wondering too. So I logged into Leads Leap this morning. I really haven't had this on my blog for very long. And lo and behold, there is cash in there. I think it's $1 something from people who have clicked through on the ads on the website. So it really does work. That's pretty cool, don't you think? All right, there's the blog. There's lots of things you can do with it. It's a pretty cool little creature. The importance is, of course, making sure so you can see here, I do have blog posts, right? So I've got quite a few blog posts here. You want to make sure you're blogging regularly. And, what are you going to blog about? That's a topic for a whole other webinar. The truth is, you can blog about anything, whatever's on your mind, whatever you want to, whatever your niche is, what's your primary business? Maybe you want to talk about the products and services that are part of your primary business. Maybe you want to talk about the tools and resources that you're using online that are working for you. Maybe you want to talk about your experience. Maybe you have no idea what you want to talk about. Well, you can go online and do some search for blogging topics. And you can use them as an example and write your own. You can use artificial intelligence to write your blog posts for you. And if you have access to that or want access to that, let me know and help you out with that, because I'm going to tell you that thing is a lifesaver. I've just started using it. It's written my last few blog posts, and well, I'm telling you, you don't have to be a rocket wizard to get that working for you. So if you're wondering how to make things work on your blog, so don't wonder anymore. This is a very simple process. And what we're going to do now is actually go through and show you Here we go. I'm just going to close this one. We're going to show you the basic steps and the things in your back office. Okay, so this is when you log in, this is what you're going to see. So first thing I want to say is don't let this scare you. Okay, there's an awful lot back here, isn't there? A lot of things that you can click, a lot of trouble you can get into, trust me. Mostly not, because you don't have access to a lot of things that could get you in trouble. But you really can't break it. And if you do break it, I'll just delete it and start over for you. Okay, so you know, especially as a beginner, get in there and play with it. You can't do any damage. I'll just make you a new one if you do. Okay, so let's go down that left side here. Anything that comes up on the main side, for most of the part, most of it's really not relevant to you. Like, there's nothing you're going to need to do. It's going to show you your recent posts. It's going to show you your recent activity, things like that. But what we want to do is go through all this stuff here. Okay, there's an awful lot of stuff here, isn't there? Posts. Well, I think we all know what a post is, right? This is what keeps your blog active. So the difference between a page and a post is that a post is what you're doing every day. You're doing a blog post. Michael Lipsey is probably one of the most prolific bloggers I know in our group. He's really great at getting blog posts out there almost every day, and they're awesome. It's awesome stuff. But it's about getting your information out there every day. So posts are out there that keeps your website dynamic. So there's always new content. It's getting more activity out there. A page is static. So it's there. It never moves. It never changes unless you add something to it. And, you know, that was on the menu. You have to click to it to get to the page. Whereas the blog is listed, your posts are listed one right after the other. Think of your posts like articles. So you're writing a little article, or you're writing a little story, or you're writing an idea. There's lots of things you can write about. All right. Don't let that stop you from doing this. Okay. There's nothing, you can't write about anything wrong on your blog. All right. So your blog posts are going to happen right here. All right, so if I click on this, it's going to show me all my posts. I can add a new post. I can create categories here, so they'll show up on my posts, and I can click on the categories because then people can sort by categories, and I can create tags. So if I click on all posts, it's going to show all of my posts here. I can come in and I can edit the post. I can view it. I can delete it. You know, up here, I can add a new post, and we'll come back to this and I'll show you how to add a post after we go through the menu. Okay, because that gets a little more detailed. So that's your post media. Now, this is a fun thing. Okay, I want you to really pay attention to this. This is where you're going to upload your pictures, your banners. You can upload it from your desktop, or you can upload it from a website. So if you have a picture that's on a web page that you have, you can right click on that picture and upload it to your media library. But here's what's really cool. If you're an upgraded lifetime member of CLB Learning, it means that the CLB 3-step guide is branded, meaning it has all of your affiliate links in that guide. You can give it away. Well, how do you give it away? You need to create a link. You see right here, you can upload that guide to your media. So your media doesn't just have to be a picture. It can be a video, it can be a PDF file, it can be a text file. So isn't that cool? So if I click on this quick start guide, this is what's really cool. All right, look at right here. It creates a link for me. And I can use that link on a landing page for my visitor to download my guide and learn all about CLB Learning. Isn't that cool? I think that's cool. To upload media, you just click Add New. You click here to select your files. I think I lied about being able to do it with a link. You have to have the file on your desktop. So if there's a picture on your website, just save it to your desktop and then upload it here. If you want to have your picture on your website. I hear somebody in the background there. If you don't have your microphone muted, if you wouldn't mind muting for now, that would be awesome. So you can upload any file that's on your desktop up to your blog. And then once it's up here, you have access to it. So you can include it in a blog post. So I could write a blog post about the 3-step guide and include a link for my visitor to download it. That's another way to do it as well. So these are all pictures that I've used on separate blog posts. So you can do the same thing. Okay, so these are my recent pictures. You can see I downloaded the pictures here. All right, so then we come down here, now pages. So this is what we talked about before, that the difference between a page and a post is that the post is what you're doing every day. A page, you create it and it kind of just sits here, okay? So I have one page on here that's a draft. I'm not using it right now. It was to direct people to webinars. It was just, I think, showing how to create a page. Creating a page is the same as creating a post. The only difference is that your page is static, meaning it isn't changing, and you need to add it to your menu. Okay. So something to remember if you're creating a new page. So I've created this resources and I created an appointments page. They have to be added to the menu. So keep note of that because we're going to show you how to add it to a menu in a moment. Comments. So I left these on here because we're going to get to how to make this happen. I have my blog set up so the comments must be moderated, which means that I have to approve the comment before it shows up on the website. Okay. And so I have 2 new comments on my latest blog post, and they're both great. So I can either select both and bulk actions, I can approve them, right? Or I can do them individually. I can also from here reply to that blog post. So I could reply to Barry's post and make a comment on that, and the same with Michael's post. So I can go through and reply to these comments. So it's important that you have your comments moderated. I think it avoids the garbage out there to a little bit. These WP auto terms, this is not something you need to pay attention to. They are all set up automatically. So you just know that they're there, right? Now, appearance. This is the meat of your blog. This is how it looks, okay? This is where you can change your theme. You can customize your blog. You have some capabilities here. You can add widgets. This is where you can add the opt-in widget or the leads leap widget. And this is where you can change your menus and you have access to your header and your background. Unless you're really an advanced blogger, I don't recommend customizing your blog too much other than widgets and menus. All right. So I want to, let's get back to my appearance. I'm going to click on customize because from customize, I can actually access everything. But I want to show you the menus. So where's my menu? It usually shows me my home menu. There we are. All right, so here's my home menu. And there's my pages. These are custom links. Don did that. He set all this network blog up. I have no idea how you set that up. And if you want to do something like that, let me know. I'll connect you with Don. But here are my 2 pages, right? So you see here, add items. So if I had another page, I could add that page to my menu. All right. But I don't have any other pages to add. But this is, you have to make sure if you've created a new page that you come and add it to your menu. Otherwise, no one will see it, which is also not a bad thing if you're creating a page for a promotion or something special and you really don't want people to have access to it unless you send it to them. So then you don't really need to have it on the menu. Oh, I hope I'm not confusing you. All right, so let's come back. There we go. Back to our appearance, and I want to go to our widgets. We'll talk about the themes in a moment. All right, now, do you see this here? It shows nothing because, and I'm really bringing this up because I want Dawn to see it. I don't know what I did to my blog, but I broke it. My widgets are all on my blog and I can add a new widget, but they don't show here. It won't show me my blog. So I don't know where or what I clicked that did that, but it did. And so what I'm going to do is I've brought up Dawn's blog. And he doesn't have any widgets on his site except for the default widgets. And so we're going to add some widgets. So here's the widgets. Remember, these are the default, the search bar, the recent posts, and the recent comments, legal stuff. All right. So right here, widgets, we're going to click on that. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a code. And so I'm going to add right up here, right above the search bar. learn more about CLB learning. And then I'm going to come over here. Now I'm going to come into Lead Sleep. So if you're not a member of Lead Sleep, it's in our downline builder, CLB Learning. It is our main engine of our funnel system. It is a free system to join, but I got to tell you, if there's anything you want to upgrade in, this is what you want to upgrade in. Okay. This program is really quite amazing. So I'm going to come down here to my list manager. Okay. And I'm going to come down to my CLB learning leads. And I think right here, get opt-in code. Whoop, did you see how it flashed up there? It says get opt-in code. So I'm going to click on that. Now I have some options here, but I'm just going to accept it the way it is. Okay. I grab my code. I'm going to come back over here to Dawn's blog. Where did my menu go? CLB learning. Here's my code. It's my text. Okay. I did this the other day. Oh, wait. The code goes here. All right, so there's the code. And that should show up when I update. Oh, let's have a look. We scroll down. Nope. Yeah, I had this working this morning. I did, honestly. All right, so we're going to just stop. And we're going to remove this block. Remove the code. Isn't this fun? Let's put in a different widget. Let's put in the, I mean, I do apologize that I know I had it working. I put it in there this morning. I put it on my website. It was this code. Let's try it one more time. Right, and I went and I put it here. Right code. There's the code. Oh, there we go. Custom HTML. There we go. And I can preview that now. And there we go. Okay. So now, so did you see how I did that? So let me just go back. I clicked on this little button here. Oops. We'll go back to our widgets because I can add it again. We add our code widget down here. And right here, right, when I click on it, see write code, and I can click on this little thing here. It says code, right? You click on the code and you choose, whoops. Okay. And you click HTML editor. Well, there's our themes. All right, let's have a look at the website. Let's refresh because we should have a form on here now. No. So it didn't save it. My widgets. Telling you, my goodness. All right. Are we having fun yet, guys? Let's remove that code. And let's add a form code to our website. We're going to click on the code here and we're going to do custom HTML. Write some HTML. And that should be it. Whoops. And I'm going to update. Let me come here. We're going to save this and bing. Didn't show, but it does say submit. Now, what did I do wrong? I will have to find that out because it worked fine on my website and it's not working fine on here. And so I'll have to figure that out. So stay with me. So let's put in one more widget. And that is because this is where you can start earning some income with your blog. And we're going to come down here to this lead sleep ad widget. And we're going to grab the widget. Whoops, let me just scroll down here first to the bottom. So that's where I want to put it. Lead sleep ad widget. And I'm going to just put it right here. Okay, sponsored link. Now here it says widget parameters. So we're going to come up here. We're going to go back to our lead sleep account, and you're going to scroll down here under money, get pay per click widget code. So you have some options here to edit your widget code. You'll see that this is a standard widget code with 6 ads. You can have 2 or 4. You have it fixed with, responsive, all categories. You can select categories, change the color. I'm just leaving it default. Okay, for now, I'm going to get the code. Now, make sure you read this because this is not the code we want. We got to scroll down. We want this code right here because we have a WordPress blog and we've uploaded the widget. So we're going to copy that code. We're going to come over here and we're going to paste that code right there. And we're going to update. I'm going to come back to Dawn's blog and see if we blew it up or not. There we go. Hey, it worked. Okay, trial and error. Like I said, you can't break things. I will fix this button and figure out how that works and why it's not working. I apologize for that. But so for now, I'm just going to remove it. So Dawn's all right. I'll just leave it for now. Okay. So that's adding those things. I can come back to my blog now. Okay, we're not going to do widgets, but I want to come back to appearance. That was a lot to take in, okay, with your widgets, but play with the widgets. There's an awful lot of widgets there. There's widgets to add all kinds of things to your sidebar. Try it, see if it works. You can remove it if it doesn't work. Don't be afraid of the back. Just have a look, read things, click through them. It's lots of fun. So let's go back to our themes here. As I did say, you had some options. I have uploaded quite a few new themes that you can change your blog to. You can activate any of them. You can come to them and you can preview them, have a look at them, see what your blog is going to look like. Make sure you try that out before you start adding content to your blog, okay? Because sometimes when you make a change to your blog, it doesn't really show properly when you change the theme. Does that make sense to you? Okay. All righty. So those are your themes. And then we're going to come down here. We're still on the menu, plugins. You're not going to do a lot with the plugins other than the Akismet plugin. So if you don't have an Akismet account, you can just come to the settings in your back office and go and set up an Akismet account, and then you can fill in the information back here. It is free to get an Akismet account, and what it does is just gets rid of your spam. Okay, so you see it blocked 521 spam comments. You know, that's 521 comments I didn't have to delete. So it's really easy to set up. There is a place down here to where if you're don't already have an account, it'll come up and ask you to get an account. So feel free to do that. So under, where else are we here? All right, that was the plugins users. Now you're going to be set up as a user in your account. So it'll have, because I've set you up as a user. You may have someone that you work with that does some of your blogging or writes articles for you. You can come in and set them up as a user. So you just click on add new. And then you can come down here, add at the bottom, add new user. Okay, put in their username, their email, and whether they're going to be a contributor, author, or they're going to be an administrator and work with you. And down here, you can skip the confirmation email and just send them their details. Once you set up a new member, it'll come up and allow you to edit it. So make sure you do that you go in and edit that information, because that's where you'll add their name, and then you can actually create a password for them. If you're not going to create a password for them, then just leave this. Don't click skip confirmation email, because what happens then is they will get an email and they'll have to go in and create a password. So that's the best way to do that. So that's where the user information is. Tools, you're really not going to do much with the tools there. Import, export, they're there, but they're really not something you're going to need. The most that you're going to be working on in the back office is adding some widgets initially, and that may change over time. You may add a couple pages. The one thing you're going to use all the time are the posts. All right, so you're just going to be coming in, going to posts and writing your posts and getting out of here. So don't worry about everything else that's back here. Now, under settings, there are some things that you want to pay attention to. Under general settings, this is where the name of your blog is. So this information here and this information here can be edited. I recommend you leave it. If you want to change your administration email, you can. You will have to confirm it. And then that's about all the information that's here on, it's all how you want your date to show and time, things like that. Now the writing settings, these just show default posts and default post format, right? So you may want to change those. These are just the defaults. Reading, this is, now some people like to have a static page on their front page, like an about me page or welcome to my blog page. And then there's a menu with a link to blog, okay? If you're going to do that, if we click here, a static page, you would have to see how it says posts page. So number one, you'd have to decide what page was going to be your home page. So you'd have to create a page. And then you'd have to create a page for your posts. And so you either call it blog or you call it posts. And that's where all your blog posts would go. You don't need to know how that works. You just need to know that's what you would need to do. I recommend you leave it as it is, okay? This shows you how many posts are going to show at a time, etc., etc. You can just leave those as they are. Now, this is something you may want to pay attention to. As I was talking before about your comments, comments we want to be moderated. And so that's right down here. A comment is held for moderation, okay? Comments must be manually approved. Okay, those are the only two things you want to make sure that that's set up. If you want to change some of these other things, you can, but again, not something you need to do. Media, this is, again, not something, these are default widths. I don't know that you can change that. It looks like you can, but you don't need to change those. Now, permalinks, we have the permalinks set up as post name. So what this means is when you write a blog post or create a new page, it's going to go to the blog name, contactlistbuilder.com/Coach Janet / the name of the post or the name of the page. Whereas, you know, you can have it show a number, like you see all the different formats. I recommend you leave it as post name. It's the one that's most SEO friendly and what have you. And everything else down here is really not anything that you have to work at. So let's come back up here to posts. So posts and pages, as I said, kind of work the same. Before we go in and create a post, I'm going to come back to the room here. I think I have to stop sharing. There we go. And just see if anybody has any questions. If you want to unmute yourself, if you have a question. Luckily, we have a replay, so you'll be able to look at that stuff again if it was a bit confusing. But I just want to go in now. We've got another 20 minutes or so to show you how to do a blog post. It's pretty simple. No questions? Wow, I must be doing a good job today. All right, let's go back to our blog. So I have quite a few posts here, and we're going to come here and we're just going to add a new. And remember, you have a default post there that says, welcome to my blog, right? And on my blog, if we go and look at my list building with Janet Legere, oh, I'd have to go to the very first page. Well, my very first page just say that it does have my name on it. I'd have to go way down to the bottom and let's see if we can find that first one. There it is. Welcome to my contact list or blog. And this has my name. See, my name is Janet Legere. And if we come down, it's got the link to my CLB affiliate link. So isn't that cool? So let's add a new post. What should we talk about today? Webinars for business. Okay, so that's your title. Remember, we talked about how the post is going to show. This is going to show in your title. So it would show as contactlistbuilder.com / Coach Janet / webinars - for business. So you want to keep that in mind when you're giving a title to your blog. It doesn't matter if it's long. All right, it's the words that are in there that you want to use. And then you're going to come here, type to choose a block. So you can see even with your webinars for business on the, I'm just going to move this down here. On the right-hand side here, you have lots of options, okay? You can select the format, select the tags of your page and things like that. So we come over here to type in our block, you'll see that we have more options. We can change the background, we can change the text color, we can change the size of the text. We're just going to leave it basic because we're just going to be typing up. We are just doing a test blog post for the webinar. Webinars are fun and productive. Productive. And then, you know, that's one chapter, and then I could do another type another whatchamahui. I might want to add a picture. So when I click on plus, you see I can come here and I can add things to my, I can add an image, right? So I can come here and I can add an image and I can upload, or I can go to my media library. All right, so here's my media library, and I'm just going to stick a picture of my book in there. This, oh, all right. And then I'm going to come down and put in another block. This thing is really in my way. All right. Okay, I come down to another block. This is my first book that I wrote in 2019, I think. Wow, time flies. It was a lot of fun. Now, if I wanted to hyperlink my picture, I just click on the picture. See, I clicked on it and a new menu came up. And there's my little hyperlink. And so I could come in here and put in the link. Get stuck on happy.com. And I could tell it to, you see, I clicked on the little menu thing. It's going to open in a new window. And I just click on that. And boom, now my picture is hyperlinked. All right, so there's my thing. We could add another. So there's another block. Now I could type another paragraph. And then when I'm done, I can do one of two things. So it's been saved as a draft. All right, it does that automatically. So let's preview our blog post. I can preview it on my desktop. Maybe I'm on my phone, my tablet. Let's go on our desktop. We want to preview in the new tab. And here is our silly little blog post. Look at that. Ah, author. So this is under your user information. Something I didn't cover. All right, so that's really all you do for making a blog post. It's just saved as a draft. That was a preview. You cannot send this link to anyone. Okay, they won't be able to see it until you publish it. This blog post doesn't show anywhere. So I'm just going to go back to my blog. I just click on the W there. See, webinars for business, it's in a draft mode. So until I actually publish it, it won't be up there. I'm not going to publish that right now. I wanted to show you under users, if I edit myself, and I come down to the bottom, biographical info. Okay, so this is where you want to put anything you want about you. Your picture should show up automatically from your files, from your email. But put in something about yourself, a little bit about you. And that will show up on the bottom of every blog post, which I think is pretty cool. I think I pretty much covered a whole lot there. All right, let me come back in the room. There we are. And we'll just get everybody to unmute and we'll have a little chat here, see if there's any questions. Hopefully I've covered everything that's going to help you get started with your blog. What do you think? Patricia, did that give you a good kind of overview to help you get started?
Yeah, it did. I'm one of these people that generally has to screw it up first, and then I learn from fixing it.
Yeah, that one, you know, that as you can see, I do that too all the time. It doesn't stop me. It's like, okay, I'm gonna figure this out. So now one thing with the with the opt-in form, if you do find it's not working for you, let me know. Get in touch with me on Telegram or somewhere and send me the code to your opt-in form, and I'll go into your blog and put it in for you. There could be something about the networked blog that doesn't allow you to put a form there, because we've had an issue with the other opt-in forms. They wouldn't work properly, but I could go put them in as an administrator. So we'll see if we can make that work. But it does work. I know it does. Hey, the blog is really an additional tool to put in your arsenal. It's something to, I guess, play with, but it's, and to have fun with, you know, whatever your passion is, that's what you want to focus your blog on. I mean, you can use it just for marketing your programs and businesses, but really that's happening on the side, right? Everything is, you know, people are looking at your blog and they're seeing all the information about CLB learning, and they're learning about you through your posts. Does that make sense? Yeah. Good stuff. You guys are awesome. Hey, Darla, anything to add today? Darla has been working furiously in the background doing some training videos for us. And she's got a couple that are done that are really, really awesome. I need to get them up in the back office because those will help members get their funnel set up. But yeah, she's pretty amazing back there.
I actually ended up being late. I didn't mean to be, but I'm sorry. So I think I missed probably when you were adding how to add videos on there. Michael does an excellent job, almost making it like a blog, and as far as in his videos now, and I think that's awesome. I'm real interested in being able to put the ads in. That's gonna help. That's gonna help a lot too.
Oh, big time. And you know, when I discovered that, I thought, oh my goodness, this is incredible. And I was really excited to see it work on all the blogs, because that's an easy one to add. It took me a while to figure it out, because at first I like Patricia tend to not read instructions. I just get in there and do it. I click and it doesn't work. It's like, okay, well, why didn't that work? Then I have to read instructions.
I didn't see in there. I wondered if on the Leads Leap one, if it had on there, if we have done our custom ads into Leads Leap, if it gives us the choice to make our ads come up first on there. But I didn't see it yet. I'm going to have to look into that now. It's going to, that raised my curiosity.
I'm just let me know, because when you're setting it up, there was show my pro ads only.
There you go.
So yeah, you can show your pro ads only if you want, which is pretty cool. So yeah, well, that was, see, every day we learn something new. I love that. And you know, we really need to do a training just on Leads Leap. Once I figure everything out, I still haven't figured everything out. There's so much back there. You need to set up your pro ads if you haven't done that yet. I get signups from there all the time. Leads. I get leads coming in because I only advertise my capture pages. And the thing I love about Leads Leap is it tells you where your leads come from. And it says Leads Leap, leads. So I know it's coming from my pro ads, which is, you know, set and forget. They're just up there and they run all the time. That's worth its weight in gold.
I'd like to do some more too on that. I mean, some more videos and stuff. And also as far as going in and how do you go in and use the templates or your own media images and make a new page, you know,
right.
Add some variety.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, we'll go through all that too. We'll have, I mean, we got to keep doing new things in our training. You can't keep teaching the same thing over and over, can we? Yeah, we can. Anyway, but I mean, like I said, Leads Leap is, quite an incredible program. It was like this little hidden gem that's been out for a long time. I was aware of it. I even had a membership when I first started using it that I joined years and years ago. And when I saw what it all had, I thought, well, for the price of it, I couldn't believe what you had to pay. It was $27 a month, and sometimes they have a special for I think $19.90. If you can catch that one-time offer, grab it. But even at $27 a month, I'd have to go look, but I get quite a few leads every month, and it costs a lot to generate a lead. So $27 pretty cheap.
The discount I got was 23, I think.
Well, I think that's less than $1 a lead.
Yeah.
Or just over $1 a lead. That's cheap.
And it does so much. I mean, the tracking and everything. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
because
not
you don't
paying
even have to track.
money.
If you create your funnel there, you just put your page out. You just advertise your page. It does all the tracking for you. So there's just nothing new to have to learn in that aspect. It's giving you so much information. Yeah, it's impressive. All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I'm really excited that you're here. And I just want to remind anybody who's listening to the replay or on Facebook. Hey, everybody on Facebook, if we're on Facebook. I did click that, but anyway, if you're watching the replay of this video and you are still a free member of CLB Learning, you want to grab that upgrade, okay? It is June 7th, 1 week before my birthday. Yay. That means next Wednesday on our call, like we'll be celebrating party time. um, make sure you look at the option to upgrade because we are going to be raising that price in the very near future because I think $97 is a steal of a deal for everything that you have access to as an upgraded member here at CLB Learning. So thank you for being with us. Thank you for participating. Thank you for being active. Thank you for being you. We'll see you next week at CLB Learning. This is Janet Legere saying good night or good afternoon. Goodbye.